Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert. Alexandrite und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, Träume in Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst, killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Jacqueline, es wird seit Jahren TZUYU und Gosh, die Schak. Die Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях, сохраняя в наших снах. You're my favorite character, in der Nacht so süß. Салаты подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Сквозь пластики, металлы я двигаюсь смело. Плодоносные земли, где мифы сплетаются. Jack-o'-lanterны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Die Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. Hier in der Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert, Alexandrite und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, Träume in Öl zerfließen, die Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst, killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Jack-o'-lantern sветят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Die Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях, сохраняя в наших снах. You're my favorite character, in der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. In the woods where spirits creep beneath the stars creek, seep slush blackness of mightily emaciated clouds in the twilight's lullaby of Shanghai. Red sonic, cherry, chocolate, taste the fall, forest rocket, dreams of night in autumn's light, fantasy and color sight. Cherry, chocolate, taste the fall, forest locket, dreams of night in autumn's light, fantasy and color sight.
Sky is blue, frosted iced, black feather hat in a disguise. Oak tree whispers, barley sighs, apple cider does arise from light. Salt chips on the patio, pumpkin seeds and dark caramel, orange, lemon, gleaming quartz, aluminum and ancient ore, what a gorgeous force. chocolate fossils, taste of falls, forest rapids, red Mars mountain sunset. Horus is the god of time. Odin, low, yo, hey. Persian winds through barley fields, secrets in the night revealed. Maple leaves and cider flows, magic where the twilight grows. In the east, tomb closet got feathery hat of the All-Father's final retreat into the super moon glow. And history deep, deeper, deepest down below. Scotland and Ireland meet low. In the east, tomb closet got feathered hat of the All-Father's final retreat into the super moon glow. And history deep, deeper, deepest down below. Scotland and Ireland meet low. In the woods where spirits creep beneath the stark creek, seep slush blackness of mightily emaciated clouds in the twilight's lullaby of Shanghai. Red sonic cherry chocolate taste of fall, forest rocket, dreams of night in autumn's light, fantasy and color sight. Chocolate taste the fall, forest locket, dreams of night in autumn's light, fantasy and color sight.
Moth Moon Magazine X the Vampire. Ringed ice giant Neptune lies near the center of this sharp near-infrared image from the James Webb Space Telescope. The dim and distant world is the farthest planet from the Sun, about 30 times farther away than planet Earth. But in the stunning Webb view, the planet's dark and ghostly appearance is due to atmospheric methane that absorbs infrared light. High-altitude clouds that reach above most of Neptune's absorbing methane easily stand out in the image, though. Coated with frozen nitrogen, Neptune's largest moon Triton is brighter than Neptune in reflected sunlight, seen at the upper left sporting the Webb telescope's characteristic diffraction spikes. Including Triton, 7 of Neptune's 14 known moons can be identified in the field of view. Neptune's faint rings are striking in this space-based planetary portrait. Details of the complex ring system are seen here for the first time since Neptune was visited by the Voyager 2 spacecraft in August 1989. Michael in the Hebrew language means who is like God, or who is equal to God. Michael has been depicted from earliest Christian times as a commander who holds in his right hand a spear with which he attacks Lucifer/Satan, and in his left hand a green palm branch. The Archangel Michael is specifically named in the Bible within 3 books, Daniel, Jude, and Revelation. In Daniel, Michael is mentioned on only 3 different occasions, but the words used to describe him are remarkable. 1886, Michael the Archangel prayer at the end of every weekday Massachusetts. The prayer was said at the end of every low mass between 1886 and 1965. Pope Leo XIII composed and installed it in 1886. In one of the prayer's most common origin stories, Pope Leo XIII saw a horrific vision after celebrating Mass, causing him to faint. The tale, The Vampire and Saint Michael, is a traditional folklore story, primarily found in Eastern European cultures, where the Archangel Michael is depicted as the ultimate force against vampires, battling and defeating them. Vampire, Uper, Operitia, a dead person believed to rise from the grave at night and to suck the blood of sleeping people, particularly children. According to Ukrainian folk beliefs, vampires can also be living people, and they can cause droughts and epidemics. They are distinguished by their red faces and a tiny tail. Vampires are former criminals, suicides, victims of a spell, or improperly buried people. They can be destroyed by being exhumed and having a stake driven through their bodies. Living vampires must be pierced by a stake or buried. References to vampires occur in Ukrainian literature of the 13th to 17th centuries and in the works of Romantic writers. www.encyclopediaofUkraine.com. This article originally appeared in the Encyclopedia of Ukraine, Volume 5, 1993. Moth Moon Magazine X the Vampire, The Vampire and Saint Michael, Ukrainian Folktale, www.worldoftales.com/European_folktales.
She flooded the #Philippines with tropical downpours, became the Earth's most powerful cyclone of 2024 to date, and ransacked the island of Hainan as an ultra-intense Category 4 whirlwind. But Typhoon #Yagi's story has not yet come to a close. Unfortunately, this storm's convective gears are once again cranking into a position to strengthen, this time in the small but boiling cauldron that is the Gulf of Tonkin. Landfall of Typhoon #Yagi and #Vietnam's exceptionally surge-vulnerable Red River Delta is now imminent. For the third time in her lifespan, this fierce cyclone is directly impacting a major city with a population exceeding 1.5 million. Extreme threats to life and property in the form of cruel winds and savage storm surge have arrived in #Haiphong and Halong. We are the first humans to see a Martian sunset. On Saturday, September 14th, NASA is hosting international #Observe the Moon Night. You can join virtual or in-person events or simply observe the moon from your own backyard. Go.nasa.gov/3TPO. The first starships to Mars will launch in 2 years when the next Earth-Mars transfer window opens. Grand Chief Kathy Merrick was a relentless and incredibly effective advocate for First Nations peoples, especially for those most vulnerable. As the first woman to lead the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, and throughout her entire career, she inspired so many of us.
Sold all manner of merchandise
Look
and went
at
in
the
ships to
stars.
foreign lands, where they sold their goods and made their gains. One day, when his uncles were again making ready to depart into foreign lands, he said to them, "Take me with you. Why shouldst thou go?" said they. "We have wares to sell, but what hast thou?" "Yet take me," said he. "But thou hast nothing?" "I will make me laths and boards and take them with me," said he. His uncles laughed at him for imagining such wares as these, but he begged and prayed them till they were wearied. "Well, come," they said, "though there is naught for thee to do. Only take not much of these wares of thine with thee, for our ships are already full." Then he made him laths and boards, put them on board the ship, took St. Michael with him, and they departed. At last they came to another tsardom and another empire, and the Tsar of this tsardom had an only daughter, so lovely that the like of her is neither to be imagined nor divined in God's fair world, neither may it be told in tales. Now, this Tsarivna one day went down to the river to bathe, and plunged into the water without first crossing herself, whereupon the evil spirit took possession of her. The Tsarivna got out of the water, and straightway fell ill of so terrible a disease that it may not be told of. Do what they would, and the wise men and the wise women did their utmost. It was of no avail. In a few days she grew worse and died. Then the Tsar, her father, made a proclamation that people should come and read the prayers for the dead over her dead body, and so exorcise the evil spirit, and whosoever delivered her was to have half his power and half his tsardom. And the people came in crowds, but none of them could read the prayers for the dead over her. It was impossible. Every evening a man, went into the church, and every morning they swept out his bones, for there was naught else of him remaining. And the Tsar was very wrath. "All my people will be devoured," cried he, and he commanded that all the foreign merchants passing through his realm should be made to read prayers for the dead over his daughter's body. "And if they will not read," said he, "they shall not depart from my kingdom." They wept and lamented and cried, "We are lost! We are lost! Heaven help us!" Then the eldest uncle said to the lad, "Listen, good simpleton, it has now come to my turn to read prayers over the Tsarivna. Do thou go in my stead and pass the night in the church, and I'll give thee all my ship." "Nay, but," said the simpleton, "what if she tear me to pieces too? I won't go." But then St. Michael said to him, "Go and fear not. Stand in the very middle of the church, fenced round about with thy laths and boards, and take with thee a basket full of pears. When she rushes at thee, take and scatter the pears, and it will take her till cockcrow to pick them all up. But do thou go on reading thy prayers all the time, and look not up whatever she may do."
Kimonos like a butterfly wings among the gardens of Japan. The blueberry scent is a perfume for insects. Rain clouds won't rain down on me. Only vampires stole my memories. Lucid dreaming, Lucifer's bow's a book. Always knows where the rains flow. Crying tears, crystal, topaz, silver, metal, mercury, rubies, agate, caves of despair, angels, summoned, exo, 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 love. So clear, and for those glass flutes that I hear, another song rose like music from the Libra of dawn, of a time long gone but not forgotten. Ancient strings play true, melodies old but new. Feel the magic rise under London skies. To
как свет в полях, сохраняя в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Сквозь пластики и металлы я двигаюсь смело. Плодоносные земли, где мифы сплетаются. Джек-о'-лантерны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. Hier in der Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert, Alexandreit und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, Träume in Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst, killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Jack-o'-lantern sветят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Die Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях, сохраняя в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert, Alexandreit und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, Träume in Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst, killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Jack-o'-lantern светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Die Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях, сохраняя в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Сквозь пластики и металлы я двигаюсь смело. Плодоносные земли, где мифы сплетаются. Jack-o'-лантерны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Die Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. Hier in der Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert, Alexandreit und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, Träume in Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst, Killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Чакалантер светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Diago-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях. Сохраняем в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert. Alexandrite und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, träumen, Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst. Killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Чакалантер светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Diago-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях. Сохраняя в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Сквозь пластики и металлы я двигаюсь смело. Плодоносные земли, где мифы сплетаются. Чакалантерны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Diago-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. Hier in der Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert, Alexandrite und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, träumen, Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst. Killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Чакалантерны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Diago-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях. Сохраняем в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert. Alexandrite und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, träumen, Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst. Killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Чакалантерны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Diago-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях. Сохраняй в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах. Сквозь пластики и металлы я двигаюсь смело. Плодоносные земли, где мифы сплетаются. Джек-о'-лантерны светят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. Jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. In der Dunkelheit, wo die Schatten leben, werden wir die Geheimnisse für immer weben. Hier in der Glaskugel, wo das Licht reflektiert, Alexandreit und Diamanten, die Kunst uns verführt. Blütenblätter der Erinnerung, Träume in Öl zerfließen, wie Kekse der Zärtlichkeit, die im Frühling genießen. Süßer Duft, der die Schatten auflöst, killt die Helligkeit, die Magie verschlüsselt uns. Jack-o'-lanterny sветят ярко, колдуют каждый шаг. The jack-o'-lanterns shine brightly, they cast a spell on every step. Вера в искусство, как у древних богов. Кукурузные цветы яркие, как свет в полях. Сохраняем в наших снах. You're my favorite character. In der Nacht so süß. Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах.
Затемненные окна, накачанное солнце светит. Ты по Jack-o'-lantern, холосый Gothic American. Все вокруг так немного светит. Лу-лу-лу-лу-лу-лу. Las cruces, crucifixes, cruises. Apricot heaven, Hallows Eve. In the black legend we win. Velvet, look at me, I'm Alice in Wonderland. Seams and bows downward into wind. The clocks in the webs, all the threads, constellations include the gas of the galactic Gothic cathedrals with the stained glass windows instead. It's fate. Cakes and roses fills the holiday with ribbon, diamond rings in the night. Cheesecake and blueberries, the pumpkin is extinguished a little later. The bells are waiting for only two fairy tale thorns, no regrets. Jack-o'-lantern, pumpkin brown, sugar butter brick, church office, doe-eyed hands tied into ribbon, undo them. Затемненные окна, накачанное солнце светит. По Jack-o'-lantern, холосый Gothic American. Seams are bows downward into wind. Everything around is a little bit shiny. Candlesticks, light and wafer. Seeds and bows downward into wind. Aurora, Anastasia, the clocks in the webs. Constellations include the gas of the galactic Gothic cathedrals with the stained glass windows instead. It's cakes and roses fills the holiday with ribbons.
When night came, He took up his laths and boards and a basket of pears and went to the church. He entrenched himself behind his boards, stood there, and began to read. At dead of night, there was a rustling and a rattling. Oh Lord, what was that? There was a shaking of the bier. Bang, bang, and the Tsarivna arose from her coffin and came straight toward him. She leaped upon the boards and made a grab at him and fell back. Then she leaped at him again, and again she fell back. Then he took his basket and scattered the pears. All through the church they rolled, she after them, and she tried to pick them up till cockcrow. And at the very first cock-a-doodle-doo, she got into her bier again and lay still. When God's bright day dawned, the people came to clean out the church and sweep away his bones. But there, he was reading his prayers, and the rumor of it went through the town, and they were all filled with joy. He said, "I won't go, I am afraid." But then St. Michael said to him again, "Fear not, but go, fence thee all about with thy boards, and take with thee a basket of nuts. When she rushes at thee, scatter thy nuts, and the nuts will go rolling all about the church, and it will take her till cockcrow to gather them all up. But do thou go on reading thy prayers, nor look thou up, whatever may happen." And he did so. He took his boards and the basket of nuts, and went to the church at nightfall and read. A little after midnight there was a rustling and an uproar, and the whole church shook. Then came a fumbling round about the coffin. Bang, bang. Up she started and made straight for him. She leaped and plunged. She very nearly got through the boards. She hissed like seething pitch, and her eyes glared at him like coals of fire. But it was of no use. He read on and didn't once look at her. Besides, he scattered his nuts, and she went after them and tried to pick them all up till cockcrow. And at the first cock-a-doodle-doo, she leaped in her coffin again and pulled down the lid. In the morning the people came to sweep away his bones, and lo, they found him alive. 'Twere better I had never been born. But St. Michael said to him, "Weep not, 'twill all end happily. Fence thyself about with thy boards. Sprinkle thyself all about with holy water. Incense thyself with holy incense, and take me with thee. She shall not have thee. And the moment she leaves her coffin, do thou jump quickly into it. And whatever she may say to thee, and however she may implore thee, let her not get into it again until she says to thee, 'My consort.'" So he went. There he stood in the middle of the church, fenced himself about with his boards, strewed consecrated poppy seed around him, incensed himself with holy incense, and read and read. About the middle of the night a tempest arose outside, and there was a rustling and a roaring, a hissing and a wailing. The church shook. The altar candelabra were thrown down. The holy images fell on their faces. "O Lord, how awful!" Then came a bang, bang, from the coffin, and again the Tsarivna started up. She left her coffin and fluttered about the church. She rushed at the boards and made a snatch at him, and fell back. She rushed at him again, and again she fell back. She foamed at the mouth, and her fury every instant grew worse and worse. She dashed herself about, and darted madly from one corner of the church to the other, seeking him everywhere. But he skipped into the coffin with the image of St. Michael by his side. She ran all over the church seeking him. "He was here, and now he is not here," cried she. Then she ran farther on, felt all about her, and cried again, "He was here, and now he's not here." At last she sprang up to the coffin, and there he was. Then she began to beg and pray him, come down, I'll try and catch thee no more. Only come down, come down." But he only prayed to God, and answered her never a word. Then the cock crew once. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Alas, come down, my consort, cried she. Then he came down, and they both fell on their knees and began praying to God, and wept sore, and gave thanks to God, because he had had mercy on them both. Shall we find him reading prayers, or shall we only find his bones? Said they. And lo, there they both were on their knees praying fervently to God. Then the Tsar rejoiced greatly, and embraced both him and her. After that they had a grand service in the church, and sprinkled her with holy water, and baptized her again, and the unclean spirit departed from her. Then the Tsar gave the young man half his power and half his kingdom. But the merchants departed in their ships with their nephew on board. She, however, grew sadder and sadder, and was no longer like her former self, so sorrowful was she. And the Tsar asked her, saying, "Wherefore art thou so sorrowful?" "I am not sorrowful, father," said she. But the Tsar watched her, and saw that she was sorrowful, and there was no help for it. Then he asked her again, "Art thou ill?" "Nay, dear dad," said she, "I myself know not what is the matter with me." And so it went on, till the Tsar dreamt a dream. And in this dream it was said to him, "Thy daughter grieves because she loves so much the youth who drove the unclean spirit out of her." Then the Tsar asked her, "Dost thou love this youth?" And she answered, "I do, dear father." "Then why didst thou not tell me before, my daughter?" said he. Then he sent for his haydocks, and commanded them, saying, "Go this instant to such and such a kingdom, and there ye will find the youth who cured my daughter. Bring him to me." Then they went on and on until they found him, and he took just the same laths and boards that he had had before, and went with them. The Tsar met him, and bought all his boards, and when they split them in pieces, lo, they were full of precious stones. Then the Tsar took him to his own house, and gave him his daughter.
Золотые подсолнухи, что тянутся к небесам, остались нам в частицах.